We are live now. How are you doing, Ioana? I love your name.
Thank you so much, Monica. I am good. Thank you so much for the invitation of being here on your business page. Hello to all your followers.
This is so nice to both of us because we're both on our pages, and of course, this is an exciting moment for me because since I joined this business, it was so interesting to see you. Because let me tell you, let me introduce myself. I'm Monica Valardi, and Iona, please, could you spell your name, your
Yeah,
last name?
my name is Ioana Cimpoeru. So I'm
Okay.
originally from Romania.
Yes, and I'm originally from Mexico. We are business partners in the same business model, and we met in Calgary just about 1 month ago in person, which was
Yes,
so nice to touch and to see each other on our eyes and see the person who is behind the camera. And since you are very often on camera in our business, I you have a strong leadership in our community. And when I saw you, it's like, okay, Joanna must be on stage with me. That will be a honor to have her around.
thank
Yes.
you so
So
much. Thank you, Monica. Thank you.
yes, thank you. And just for your information, if you're watching or you will be maybe watching the replay later, we have an informative webinar. We have two of them live on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 o'clock p.m. PST time or 8 o'clock EST time every single week. And you can also watch the replays. You can join either on my link or Joanna's link. Oh, you didn't write it there, but well, on my Facebook page, or you can write it. Please, Joanna, if you want to add it on there in the comments, or you can
Yeah,
write
I
it in.
think I think that's okay. It's fine if people will just gonna reach out to you because you have all your followers here, so it's gonna be great to reach out to Monica, and we are part of the same global community, so it doesn't really matter where you end up being. You will be in good hands, and that's why we are here because we want to talk a little bit about our experience of being online entrepreneurs, right?
That's right. And thank you so much, Joanna. And there is something that we have in common. There are two things, important things. The first one is that we are both moms, different age kids, but still moms. It doesn't matter if it's a newborn, if it's a toddler, if it's a preschool kid, or a high school kid, or even university. They are always our children, and we always want to be close to them and available for our family. So that's the first thing that we have in common. The second thing is that we both come from the corporate world, and even though we had good positions in the past, we still decided to switch to this lifestyle that has given us the opportunity and the flexibility to be close to our kids. And that's why I chose this topic, three most important benefits in motherhood. I talked about three, just had to give it a title, but there's so many benefits and way we shifted from the corporate world into the digital business ownership or entrepreneurship. So, Joanna, I'd love to you to share a little bit about your experience, like being a mom as entrepreneur, and why did you shift to this voyage?
For sure. So when I came in Canada in 2011 with my husband. So I had my girls here in Canada, and when you become a mom, everything like shifts for you. And it was a big shift from being just us two with like becoming parents. And I realized with time that I'm spending much more time working for someone else than with my own kids. So I was lucky enough to have my mom here in Canada helping us with our girls when they were born. But it's one to be part of your kids growing up, and it's another thing to just see them very early in the morning before you go to work, and very late nighttime when you come back from work. So when my youngest daughter was 2 years old, before she turned 2 years old, I decided that I want to do something more for ourselves, for the family. I wanted to enjoy life as much as I could, and I didn't want to miss any opportunities and any milestones for them, like milestones in the sense of going outside and ride for the first time a bike, or like things, very small things, but they make a very big difference in the life of our kids. And we don't realize that until we actually are part of those milestones, because kids, as young as they are, they remember things. And they always remember negative things more than the positive ones. And I wanted my girls to start to remember more positive stuff in their lives than negative. So that's why I decided to look for an online business, for something that will give me the flexibility to work from anywhere on my own schedule and to travel the world. That was my main goal. So when I found this opportunity, I was working full time. I had a very good job at the government of Canada, and my husband was very skeptical. He said that you can do something online and earn money. It's too easy. So I wanted to show him that it is possible. You can definitely work in the online space. I had a vision for myself that I will be able one day to host one of the webinars, or one day I will be able to be on a stage, so I just had that feeling inside me that I can do more for us and for the family. So one of the benefits of being a mompreneur is that you can really balance your life. You can balance the work time, the time that you put inside of your business, with the family time. You balance it. It takes a time and it takes effort to do that, but you can definitely do it, because you need to put everything that is important for you on your calendar so you can actually do them. And family time is important, so I always have that on my calendar. That's why we travel so much. We like to enjoy time together, and I can tell you that my kids are remembering every single trip that we are taking together, even if they are not very old. Right now, my youngest one is 6 years old. My oldest one is 9. But last year we took an entire month, the entire month of May, and we drove from Ottawa to Vancouver. They are 10,000 kilometers. We've met with business partners from like all that, the West Coast, and we enjoyed so much the bond of being together.
Yeah.
It's a long drive. You drive, you go, you see things, and then you enjoy that time together. So it was a great experience, and I love when actually not a long time ago we saw on TV that at the zoo in Calgary, a gorilla, she had a baby, and the baby, we were able to see it in Calgary last year when we visited the zoo there. And my youngest daughter was like, "Oh my God, I remember that." So she was
Yeah.
like, "I remember that we've seen that tiny little monkey when it was a baby." And I'm like, that's what I want. I want
Yes.
my kids to remember things, and then to just realize that life is much more than just go to work and come home and pay bills. So that's, I think, the biggest benefit that I can say improved our lifestyle. The fact that I'm able to balance the family life with my business. This is a business, it's a real business, so you do have to put time into it so you can grow it. It's not gonna grow overnight. You have to invest time into it. But if you learn how to do it right, it's definitely worth it. Another
Definitely.
benefit that I can say is that, with um, kids being kids, they have a different perspective of social media than we do as adults. They see things, even cartoons, they see them completely different, in a different way than we see it as adults. So my oldest daughter, she's actually helping me when I have to do like some post about family with pictures, with like,
Yeah.
she learned how to edit videos, she learned how to work in Canva, she learned how to work in Picolage. So she learned different programs. And I was surprised that one day she had a project at school. They asked her to create like an advertising for a cereal box. Okay, so and she told the teacher, "Oh, this is very easy. My mom is doing advertising all the time, so I know how to do it. I'm using all these social media platforms and I can do it right away." And I said, "Look, this is a skill that my daughter was able to learn from me. And she's not afraid of social media. She's not afraid that, oh my God, someone will steal my identity, or, she is open to learn things and she's using social media in a smart way. So that's what we want for our kids. We want to learn social media so they can definitely enjoy social media the way that we teach them to enjoy social media. So that's another benefit for this business, what I've learned from this business and how I was able to apply it on my kids' life. And another benefit, when I joined this community, I was not as um, positive as I am today, because life is just it's created from memories. And also, sometimes it's hard as an immigrant. When you come in a new country, you don't have your family with you, you don't have your friends, you don't have anyone, so it's hard to keep yourself um, on that level of, like, on that balance of staying positive, being positive, wanting more for yourself. So by being inside of this business, I learned that gratitude is very important. So I
Mm.
learned to be grateful for things that I have right now in my life, and also to be grateful for things that I desire to have in my life later on. Because sometimes we forget to be grateful for very small things that we have right now in our life, but in the same time we forget to be thankful for things that we can actually bring in our life later on. So we always read good books. We do have a book club inside of our community, and I learned this from of the first book that we started to read, and that's The Magic. And it's a 20-day exercise where you start to be grateful, and you write down 10 things that you're grateful for every single day. So in the end of it, you have 210 things that you are grateful for. And that teached me to teach my girls and to have that time before going to bed, when we talk about the best part of our day, when you have to think about which one were the good parts of our day, and then to pick the best one. So we don't say, oh, I like that and that and that. I just have to think about all the good things, and then I just pick the best one. And also I learn and I teach them how to genuinely be grateful for their lives, and for like what we have, and for the fact that we are healthy, and the fact that we have a home, we go to a school, we have a business, we have business partners, we travel, we have grandparents. So that's that's something, it's a habit that if you teach kids from an early age, you realize that they will implement that in their life, and they will not going to be as negative as we were as kids when we
Mhm.
grew up, because that's how our normal mentality is. It's just negative, 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 and we don't go to the positive so often. So doing that, I see my oldest daughter coming to me when I have like sometimes you do have bad days and you say stuff like, oh my god, I'm so unhappy, or I something, I've done something wrong, or and she comes to me and she's telling me, okay, what are you grateful for? Just forget about what
Yes.
happened. What are you grateful for? And then she's just putting me on with my toes back on earth, because she is giving me the lesson that I was giving her. So when you see things like this happening in your kids, and you observe them, and they come back to you, it's priceless. So yeah, that's my story about things that I learn, and I can implement inside of our life as moms. And talking about this business changed so much, not just in our financial part of our life, but also in our personal growth. The people that we were able to meet through this business are incredible. The quality of people that we were able to meet through this business is incredible. And you find all kind of stuff online, but if you find the right place and to be in a community of global entrepreneurs with a training that is created by experts, where you can learn and you can grow and you can develop, and also you can go back and give back from your knowledge, that's how you actually grow as a person. If you are thirsty of learning something, you are definitely in the right place, because our training is so well organized. It's so easy to follow. It can be followed by anyone, even a kid can follow this training. And it's easy because we want this business to be easy for people so they can actually be able to see results. So yeah, like Monica said, we invite you to these info sessions that we have, these webinars that we have. Tonight we have one, we have Thursday night one, so we have them every single week, and you can see for yourself if this is something that you will enjoy, and you can take the next step, and we'll see you inside of our community of entrepreneurs.
You're amazed. You're so talented. You're such an expert here. And yes, you touched everything that had to be touched as a mom. Yes, from one side you were talking about how our kids get involved in this business. Two of my kids are already at the university, and my youngest is 14 years old. And one of the courses she enrolled in this semester was marketing and entrepreneurship. She was preparing her slides for she had to choose a leader, a Mexican leader, entrepreneur leader. She chose when she showed me her presentation, I was like, wow. I mean, how did you learn to do this? And she said, oh, Mama, I keep looking at what you're doing, and very often she helps me. For example, the way she uses TikTok, for example, I used to hate it before doing this business. Honestly, I was let the phone apart and this kind of things. And today, she is the one who manages my TikTok account. On my Instagram, sometimes I get stuck, and she's the one who helps me. You know what she told me this week? She said, Mama, you know something? I have made up a decision. How old do I need to be to join your business? I was like, oh my God, because I have heard people that have their kids at 18 years old getting so fast up because they have learned when they were younger how to run this business. And as you said, it is so easy to follow by expert. It has been developed, the system, and now our kids are very talented. They do not see social media the way we used to see it time ago. Today, I'm not frightened about who might see me or what would people think about what I am doing. I don't care anymore because I'm protected by the system, because the system is also telling us how to protect ourselves on one hand, and on the other hand, this business has something that you mentioned, this gratitude attitude. Yes,
Yes.
yes, I have shared the same book, The Magic. That's the first book. This recommended by our leaders, top leaders, to read, to start with. And yes, that's the one that I started, and I have it always, on the shelf next to me, next to my bed. I have this stone, my rock. It's
We do
always
have
beside.
rocks. All four of us, we have our own rocks. Yes,
I know,
that's
my kids
that's a
do
good one.
too. Yeah, and they understand and they start to live, following all these steps, because something that I am very grateful for in this business is it's not only financial. You learn. I have always tried to be a servant leader all my life since I can remember. But being here, it teaches you to be a really servant leader. You are a servant leader, for example, the way you perform, the way we share our knowledge, our experience. When someone reaches out to, because we are independent business owners, and still, when someone comes and asks you, "Oh, Monica, I've seen that you're good on lives. Could you please help me?" Sure, I can help. And if I see someone else who is talented and something that I am not good at, then I go and ask, and usually I get a very nice and kind response and backup from all kind of business owners. So, well, I see Joanna just shared with you. Again, we have this informative webinar bi-weekly. If you want to join live, you will see Joanna very often there.
Yes, I am going sometimes, and I host sometimes the webinars. And if you watch one of the recordings, under the recording, if you want to have subtitles, we have a button with like watch with subtitles, and you will see me with on the one that is with subtitles, and you can choose any language as a subtitle. We have a few languages there. I like to give back to our community because of this community, I'm the person that I am today. So we are here to share from our experience, and we want people to understand that we really enjoy what we are doing. So that's why you see us, going live, doing these type of interviews. We want to inspire people, because life is much more than just doing something that you don't enjoy. If you love your job, that's perfect. I loved my job. I really enjoyed everything. Every single job that I had, I loved it, because if I wouldn't love my job, I wouldn't go there. But it came a point in my life when I realized that I love more my kids than I love my job. And I wanted to just be there for them. Right now, when they are tiny, I can go and I can do something else when they are older if I want to change something in my life. But I enjoy so much this business, what we created, what I was able to create it with my husband that was very skeptical. And right now, the fact that we spend all the time together, he's right now, he went fishing with my dad. My dad is here visiting from Romania, and they just went this morning fishing, and we just spend all the time together. We are here, we can go, we can travel, we'll go to Montreal, we go to Toronto, we go and we show my father places. And he's very, he's not young anymore, and he's keep asking us, how come you are not really going to work? And I'm telling him, you see me in front of
Yes.
my computer, that's what I do, that's when I work. You see me with my phone in my hand, that's when I work. So it is a different way of actually put in the work inside of your business, like work towards a goal. And it's different than just giving your time to just buy you someone is buying your time by giving you money for the whatever you are doing at your job. And I realized that after I stopped working, because I was putting 8 hours of my time, and I was not happy about by the amount of money that I'm making putting 8 hours of my
Mhm.
time. Right now I can put 2 hours into my business, and I'm much happier than when I put 8 hours into a job. But it was not like this from the beginning. In the beginning, I was working full time and doing this business on the side. It was a side hustle, and there are so many people in our community that are doing that. I decided that I want to stop working for someone else and focus on this business, and I give myself one entire year to see if this business will actually work for me and my husband by just being home together. And that was last year. So we stopped working in November 2021. So this November we'll have 2 years. Our
Mhm.
lifestyle is completely different, and we nothing is missing in our home. You can have a good life when you actually work towards something that you enjoy, and have a business that you love to grow. And yeah, we are not thinking to go back or to find other jobs, just
Mhm.
because it is more than enough. So
Yes.
life is about choices. You make choices, and you are the one who's excited about what tomorrow will bring. If you wake up in the morning and you have that unhappiness always inside of your heart, just do a change, and that change will be able to help you change that feeling that you have every single morning.
Yeah, it's very difficult to wake up and just think like, oh no, I have to go there and see my boss, and I don't like him, or but I need that job. I same like you. I love what I do. I mean, I'm a veterinarian. I have passion for what I studied, for my profession. But my plan is to go back just because I love it. Not because I need it. My plan is to go back sometime eventually because of the experience I have from also so many years. But right now, exactly, being a mom, this is my choice. And exactly, I have given me a specific time, and this is for me. And no matter what, I want to be close to my kids. Just a last example. 1.5 months ago, my 17 years old daughter went to the university, and I had planned to send her. I mean, the beginning we had to plan together. Then it was like I had Calgary and I had a couple of travel trips, and then I said, okay, maybe she can go to Boston alone. She went to Boston. She left to Boston, and I had the possibility to bring her to Boston in person. If I had been at work, I had not been able to do this. And I was so happy, and we were so happy that we could do this together. Or, for example, my little one, she plays tennis, and I can join her to her tournaments. And sometimes, 2 days ago, she felt bad. She had stomach problem at her school. She called me, Mama, could you please pick me up? I mean, she is by bus. She goes. She knows herself better on buses and trains than me. But still, she asked me to go and pick her up because she was feeling so bad. It was thank you, God. I can be here for her. So that's priceless, as you said. Well, we have already taken 27, almost 28 minutes of your time, Joanna. It's so valuable. And well, I'm sure this will be very valuable for our audience. And thank you so much, Joanna. And have a blessed day. And everyone, thank you for
Thank
watching. Thank you, Joanna.
Have a great day.
You
Bye.
too. Thank you so much. Bye.